We have a problem, Batman. Gotham needs you again.
The Illuminati is a group of super smart guys who think they're too clever to let regular people make their own decisions. Reed Richards stretches and thinks he's the smartest person alive. Tony Stark has all the money and tech in the world. Stephen Strange does magic tricks that can bend reality. Professor Xavier reads minds and changes thoughts. Neymar controls the oceans and acts like a king. Blackbolt can destroy cities just by talking. Together they meet in secret and decide what's best for everyone without asking anyone's opinion. They think democracy is too slow and messy, so they just fix problems themselves behind the scenes. The plan must deal with enemies who really believe they're saving the world by controlling it, who see free will as a bug instead of a feature that needs protecting. Reed Richards is their science guy, who treats human problems like math equations that need solving. His stretchy body makes him nearly impossible to catch or contain, while his brain works on levels that most people can't understand. He sees society as a broken system that needs fixing through better management and scientific solutions. His weakness is that he's completely out of touch with normal human feelings and experiences. He thinks people are just variables in an equation instead of actual individuals with their own wants and needs. Beat him by attacking his cold logic, showing him how his clinical solutions hurt real people, and proving that his scientific approach ignores the messy human factors that make his fixes fail. When his perfect theories meet imperfect reality, his confidence starts cracking. Tony Stark bankrolls the whole operation and provides the tech that lets them spy on everyone and manipulate global systems. His ego is bigger than his bank account, which is saying something. Stark wants everyone to know how smart he is and how much they owe him for protecting them from problems they didn't even know existed. His tech can monitor all communications, mess with financial markets, and influence public opinion through social media manipulation. His weakness is his desperate need for applause and recognition. He can't resist showing off how clever he is, make his methods look stupid or counterproductive, turn public opinion against his meddling, and watch him fall apart when people stop thanking him for his unwanted help. Stephen Strange brings magic to the party, which means he can do things that don't follow normal rules and can't be detected by regular methods. He can mess with time, travel between dimensions, leave his body, and change reality through spells and rituals. His magic knowledge gives him access to information about future events, making him their fortune teller and strategic planner. The strategy for Strange requires understanding that his power comes from study and concentration rather than natural ability. Disrupt his focus, interfere with his magical equipment, and force him to work in places where magic doesn't function properly. When he can't complete his complex rituals, his reality-bending power becomes useless parlor tricks. Professor Xavier is the most dangerous because he can get inside people's heads and change their thoughts without them knowing it happened. His telepathy can alter public opinion, erase evidence of what the Illuminati does, and control world leaders by editing their minds. He can gather intelligence from anyone's brain while staying completely invisible. His weakness is his moral code that stops him from completely overriding free will. He still thinks people should have some choice, even if he guides those choices. Build mental shields that block his telepathy. Create situations where his mind control obviously hurts the people he's trying to help, and force him to face the fact that his guidance often makes things worse instead of better. Neymar controls Earth's oceans, which gives him power over shipping, fishing, coastal cities, and weather patterns that affect everyone on the planet. His royal background makes him think like a king who believes strong leadership beats democracy every time. He can threaten global food supplies and destroy coastal infrastructure just by commanding sea creatures and ocean currents. His weakness is his massive ego and tendency to make dramatic gestures that give away his involvement instead of staying hidden like the others. Provoke his temper by attacking his pride, make his ocean power cause environmental damage that turns people against him, and exploit his need to be recognized as a ruler instead of operating from the shadows. Blackbolt is their nuclear option. His voice can level cities or crack mountains with a whisper. He's their final threat in any argument. Do what we say or get flattened by sound waves. His power is so destructive that he can barely speak normally, making him dependent on the others for communication and planning. His weakness is the isolation that comes from carrying power he can never fully use without destroying everything around him. Force situations where his voice would solve the problem but using it would contradict their goal of protecting humanity. Create moral dilemmas that split him from other members who might be willing to accept higher body counts for strategic wins. What do you think, Alfred?
Master Bruce, the Illuminati represents the most dangerous form of tyranny, one that wears the mask of benevolence. These brilliant individuals have convinced themselves that democracy is too dangerous for ordinary people. While their methods are wrong, they've witnessed real threats that democratic governments failed to address. Perhaps the most strategic approach isn't destroying them but proving that transparent democracy solves problems better than secret authoritarianism. Sometimes the most powerful argument against those who would rule from shadows is demonstrating that people make better decisions when given accurate information and genuine choices.
Alfred's got a point, but he's being too nice about this. The Illuminati aren't misguided protectors. They're control freaks who decided their intelligence gives them the right to treat everyone else like children. You can't negotiate with people who think your vote doesn't matter because they know better. Their good intentions don't excuse taking away everyone's right to make their own choices, even bad ones. The strategy focuses on exposing their activities to public light while proving that messy democratic solutions work better than efficient authoritarian fixes. When people know what's really happening, most will choose freedom over protection every time.
Bruce, these guys are basically rich, powerful people who got together and decided democracy was too slow for their taste. Being smart doesn't give you the right to control other people's lives without permission. The solution is simple. Expose what they're doing and let people decide for themselves whether they want secret rulers. Most people would choose freedom over safety if they knew the real cost. Sometimes the best way to fight people who think they know better than everyone else is proving that everyone else deserves the chance to prove them wrong.
Robin's right that this is fundamentally about choice and respect for human dignity. The strategy emphasizes transparency and public engagement, treating them as a political problem requiring democratic solutions rather than a military threat needing tactical response. Build secure networks that can spread information about their activities without being censored. Work with journalists who can investigate and report on their interventions. Create platforms for public debate about security versus freedom. Make their secrecy politically impossible rather than just operationally difficult. Force them to either accept democratic oversight or abandon their protective activities entirely. The final truth is that the Illuminati represents the most tempting form of tyranny. Brilliant people offering perfect solutions delivered by caring minds who genuinely want to protect humanity. Their defeat requires proving that democratic chaos produces better results than authoritarian efficiency. That freedom with its risks serves humanity better than protection with its control. The plans serve as defense against their interventions and proof that democratic institutions can address global challenges when given proper support. Victory means demonstrating that people deserve the right to make their own mistakes and learn from them. That wisdom earned through experience beats intelligence imposed from above. Because in the end, the greatest defeat of would be guardians is proving that humanity doesn't need guardians at all. That ordinary people working together can solve problems better than extraordinary people working alone in secret.